All right, so 5 episodes down, 1 to go. All right, let's get started on Loki episode 5. This is the second to last one. We only got one more left. All right, this episode was really a big cliffhanger because it still hasn't answered a lot of our questions that we've had since the very beginning, which I guess in a way I want to understand because they want to save it for the last one. But here we see Loki and Sylvie getting a step closer to uncovering who's behind the TVA, who's pulling all the strings, who's behind the curtain, as they like to say a lot in this episode. So right after Mobius and Loki get pruned, Sylvie is over here trying to find out who's behind the TVA. She keeps asking Ravonna all these questions. She just keeps saying, oh, I don't know to everything, just making herself look dumb. But you can obviously tell she's just stalling. She's not really trustworthy. And she tells Sylvie, hey, you gotta trust me. But Sylvie's not buying that. So right after she tells Sylvie, hey, they're not dead, right after they get pruned, they get sent to a void in time. It's much like a place of exile. And then this void is where we get all the Easter eggs that we can see. And for the rest of the show, for the rest of the episode, we have things like Thor's hammer. Right next to it, if you slow it down, it appears to be Thor Frog or Frog Thor or Throg for short. Who? So it seems it's a variant of Thor, but in a frog form. And there's also a variant of Loki in an alligator form. So I'm like, okay, Marvel is definitely promoting their new zoo section at Disneyland. Like, how many more animal variants are we going to see of other characters? We have a messed up helicopter with Thanos' name on it. We see Ronin's ship clearly in the foreground. We have what it seems to be Yellow Jacket's head. And that's what I kind of found interesting because he was rumored to be back in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. If he was never really dead and just went to the quantum realm, and that's something to do with time travel, so maybe in the quantum realm he found a way through and he ended up in this void, or he traveled somewhere which took him out of the sacred timeline, and then the TVA probably got him. That's why we see that head. Whether he's dead or alive is unknown, but it seems to be like a lot of all these things are just in this dump, in this void. But one of the key moments is where Loki and Sylvie are sitting down together and they're talking about what they're gonna do when all this is over. And you start to wonder, okay, is either one of them going to betray the other? Because that's one of the key traits of a Loki. And according to Loki, the one that we've been following since the very beginning, he says, I'm not like that anymore. That's not me. I'm not going to betray anybody. Liar! Because just like how classic Loki said right after this whole betrayal battle happened with President Loki and his henchmen, how his henchmen betrayed him, the boastful Loki betrayed Kid Loki and classic Loki. Everyone pretty much betrayed each other, and there was this whole battle going on. Right after that, he says, whenever we try to help someone, whenever alliances are formed, we always gotta break the trust. He keeps emphasizing how Lokis could just never change. That's just something natural of them.
I don't trust him.
Me personally, I took that in consideration when it came to this moment of Sylvie and Loki, how they're both saying that they're gonna be together after all this is over. It really gets you thinking if either one of them is actually telling the truth.
Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Also because there's moments throughout the show since Loki and Sylvie have been together that they have these little literally touching moments where they're either holding hands or something. And I feel like Sylvie might be playing with Loki's head here, or vice versa. Because just how the TVA guard said that she's out for revenge, Sylvie's out for revenge, so that's her motive. It's not really that she's trying to be with Loki towards the end, how he seems to be. So she's trying to do everything she possibly can. She will do anything to get to whoever's behind the TVA. And if she has to play with Loki's head, shoot, then by all means, she will do that. Not to mention the fact that when they did touch hands, when there was that connection, that caused a Nexus event. And that got me thinking, maybe that's the sign, maybe that's the clue that one of them is lying. Because if either one of them falling in love is not supposed to happen, which is why they caused the Nexus event, then one of them is lying. And towards the end, they hold hands yet once more, and they enchant Elias, which is this guardian dog, is how they call it, and it's guarding whatever is behind the TVA. It is the place where they've been trying to get to, which is past the void of time. So Elias is gone and the curtains are pulled and we see this mansion looking type. Many people are going to think it's Kang the Conqueror. Many people are going to even probably throw Mephisto in there at some point. So somebody is behind all this, living very cozy in this mansion. We get to see a little bit of a glimpse of the mansion if you look at the trailer for Loki that you can see. And when you go on Disney Plus, you press play trailer and you'll see what I'm talking about. I hope the last episode is that's twice as long, definitely more than an hour, I would assume it would be. It is very exciting. I can't wait to see how this show ends. I can't wait to see how everything is wrapped up, who is behind this. But I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think? What are your theories of how this show is going to end? Who is behind the TVA? Go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. If you liked this video, go ahead and smash the like button. Consider smashing the subscribe button. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.